Hi, I'm Carl Zymak, and welcome to Coffee with Mayor Rick Sollars, the Victory Edition. Well, Rick, we've accomplished the ultimate here.
We have, Carl.
We've changed it from Coffee with Rick to Coffee with Mayor Rick. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
It was a tremendous effort, a tremendous victory. Tell us a little bit about your feelings on Tuesday. They had to run the gamut from apprehension, and I know you were walking the floors of your house and even going out and doing things at night, because I was talking to your wife Alicia. Tell me about your feelings during the day.
You know, there's just, you're never sure. I mean, until the final votes come in, you're not certain. And, we did a lot of polling, and the polling gave us a pulse, but it didn't tell us for certain where we were. And we had this election still pretty close. So, the nerves, and, you just 6 months, it all comes down to that one day.
Right.
And so it was fun, but it was exciting, nerve-wracking. It's truly a journey. I mean, it's just not. It's not the victory, it's the journey, the entire journey of getting there.
Tell us a little bit about what you did that day.
Well, started early in the morning, and first thing I went to my precinct and voted, and from there we just went to precinct to precinct to precinct. Yeah, well, just our group.
Okay. You took your wife with you?
Oh, sure,
yeah.
Sure,
okay.
yeah. So hit all the precincts and just made sure that we stopped and visited with everybody, all the poll workers, all of our volunteers, all of our supporters, and thanked them all. Talked to as many residents as we possibly could. That we did a lot of door knocking over the last few months, and so some we hit them again, and others we hit for the first time just walking in. Had an opportunity to say, hey, I'm Rick, and thanks for coming out, regardless of who you're supporting. Thanks for coming out and voting.
Any special stories from that day, from those type of interactions? I mean, anybody that you hadn't seen in a while, or anybody that you were surprised at, or anything like that?
No, not really. Seen some old friends,
Okay.
just that I haven't saw in a while, and ran into my personal mail lady, which she's made sure that she reminded me who she was, and of course it was great. Talked to her for a little while, and it was fun. We had a lot of fun.
And then the thing circled all the way back to the Taylor Moose, okay, in the evening, and we were tallying votes, and you were coming in the parking lot and all that stuff. Were you surprised at that turnout? That was an absolutely raucous party. I mean, it was filled to capacity, and people were just tremendously excited.
When I pulled in, Carl, number one, I had to park about 3 blocks away to get in there.
Yeah,
because I came a little later than most. So when I got there, I was just shocked with the amount of support. I mean, I just couldn't believe how many people were there. And then walking in, of course, by this time most of the precincts were turned in, and everybody had an idea, that the election was over. We hadn't received the absentee ballots at that point in time, so they came in, shortly after, and of course we kind of locked up that we had won, and it was overwhelming with emotions. I mean, just everybody that that had worked so hard, people that had good experiences over the last 4 years, people that had bad experiences over the past 4 years. It was just, there was a little bit of everybody in the room, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Other than the emotions, I was listening to your speech at that point in time, and you've lost a couple of elections, okay? And you know how that feels. And I think, not everybody in Taylor was there to listen to what you had to say. And I think you said some important things, and you tried to send an important message about, hey, now that it's over, I'll let you continue.
Yeah, in 2 separate occasions, and I was unsuccessful in my bid for city council, and I was appointed in both cases. And I know exactly how that feels to not win. And while I'm really ecstatic and happy that I won, on the other side I can't help but remember and recall that feeling. So I just reminded folks that night, and still continue to remind folks today that be respectful, be mindful. These are public officials. These are people that ran for public office, and when you put yourself out there, you expose the whole world to everything. And so we were just I just wanted to remind people that I know that there are some people that want to say, hey, I'm going to say this on the way out the door, and don't do it. Be professional, be above board, be the better person. And if anything, thank them for their service, and encourage them to stay involved. At the end of the day, while we don't all have the same style of management, I think our we all have the same goal of trying to make Taylor better, and that's what's important to me.
And moving in here, you know, a lot of people were looking at the council, which was a very interesting, all new names on the council. Some people, some of your supporters were saying, oh my, you know, do we really want to work with those people? Will Rick really want to work? You don't have that. I know you've never thought that way.
No, you know, the campaign ended Tuesday.
Right.
You know, and so today, you know, we look at this differently. It's no longer a campaign, we're no longer in the political mode. We're now in the mode of healing and rebuilding a community. And so, you know, we stop building walls around each other and we start building bridges, and we have to do that. So, you know, working with the council that was elected, there will be no problem. They're all good people. They all have, you know, they bring different diverse backgrounds to the table, and you know, I'm excited about working with all the people that were elected. The clerk, the new treasurer, you know, and all 7 council members. It should be fun. You know, there's a little bit of a concern because, you know, I'm big on institutional knowledge, you know, the historical knowledge, and when you lose 7 council people, you've lost all the historical knowledge. And so some say that's a good thing. You know, I'm not sure I totally agree. However, it is what the voters wanted, so, you know, we'll work with it.
And really some very impressive vote totals, beginning with yours. Talk about a mandate. I mean, you probably, when we were estimating vote totals, I don't think we ever guesstimated quite that high.
Oh, no.
And when you look at some of the council people, whether it was Linda Parker Craig or whomever, all the way down to, I believe, Danny Pizzura, I mean, all of them, the totals were very significant. These people did their work.
Yeah, they really did. Yeah, they did. And you know, I don't recall what the total voter turnout was. I think it was somewhere over 10,000, which is expected. I mean, in a mayoral general election, anywhere between 10 and 12,000. So you know, it was very positive, and you know, happy to see people coming out to vote. The numbers seemed really strong early, and then they seemed a little softer later on. You know, generally you get a late rush in the evening.
Yeah.
We've seen the people coming out early in the morning before work. It seemed like they were coming out.
Right.
To
I know
vote.
I was over west with Don Zub and several others, and we were seeing the same thing.
Yeah.
That he saw so many early, and then later it was quieter, much quieter.
Sure.
Talk about the inaugural, because that's kind of up in the air. The certification is different now and all that stuff. Let people know.
So the way that it used to work, up till this term, as a matter of fact, when the election was over, they would have a board of canvassers that would certify the election. Now, that would happen at the city level. And then after the election was certified, the following Monday, everybody would be sworn in. That would be, you know, the upcoming Monday. Well, this term, the county has to certify the election. So now they use the county board of canvassers, and they have up to 14 days. And then there could be one recount requested, and that could take 6 additional days. So worst case scenario, there's 20 days that lag. Best case scenario, we get it certified faster and the inauguration is sooner. But at this point in time, we're being told that the county will certify hopefully by Monday, which is Veterans Day. Then from that, we'll probably set a date later in the week, whether that's Thursday or Friday, and you know, we'll have the inauguration then. But you know, it's going to be different from years past, but it's still, regardless, it's coming up soon, within the next week for sure.
Right, exactly. And Taylor people, the residents of Taylor should understand that you've already started in. There's a transition process here. Before this, you've had a meeting with the mayor. You were with audit team.
Yes,
if I'm not
yes,
mistaken.
Clamoran.
And things were truly going in a positive direction.
Absolutely, yeah. The mayor was very good about, you know, trying to disclose as much of the details of what was going on in the city, and you know, he was trying to share as many time-sensitive issues, you know, prioritizing what we need to, you know, be concerned with first and foremost, and then some of the stuff that, you know, we can wait a little bit longer. So yeah, he was very good, very genuine about his desire to, you know, help me be successful. So I appreciated that.
Which is fantastic, because a lot of places you get into this and opponents can't sit down after it, and it's tough for him. You know how it is.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Everybody knows when you've lost, but this is a classy maneuver, and I think this is great for the city of Taylor
Absolutely.
to move forward. I think people should be proud of that.
Absolutely.
Anything to say to the volunteers in this campaign? You've sent out a million emails and letters and things like that, and you've told a lot of us what you thought, especially on Tuesday night, but people who weren't there and who helped you out, you want to send a message out there?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, just in general, everybody that helped, thank you very much. We ran a very good campaign. We had, you know, whether you were knocking on doors or stuffing envelopes or making phone calls or right down to just putting a lawn sign in your front yard or a bumper sticker on your car. Thank you very much. I'm extremely grateful to have all of you that supported me in this campaign and this election. And without all of you, I couldn't have done it. So, you know, I didn't do this. We did this together. Thank you.
You and I and some of the people who have made these Coffee with Ricks possible have talked about expanding it, continuing them into the future.
Yeah.
Can I hold you to that?
Absolutely.
All right, so if I'm here, you're gonna be here.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, I'll tell you
Rick.
what, Rick, it's been great. I'm really proud of you.
Thank you,
Okay, you're
Carl.
gonna be a great mayor.
I appreciate it.
All
Thank
right,
you.
that's Coffee with Mayor Rick Sollars.
Thank you.